It's a joy to be with you today as we prepare for Jerusalem Council 2 in Athens, Greece. And the sun is rising, not setting. The sun is rising over the third millennium church. And it's just amazing that we would have lived long enough to see it. I'm often said that it may only be a minute, but eternity is in it, and how we compound those minutes that God gives to us is a picture, a foregleam of the future. And by divine providence, the Lord brought Todd Sims, founder and president of Fusion Flicks, and I together earlier this year, and here in the United States and the National Religious Broadcasters, and just instantly there was synergy and harmony and uniqueness of mind together, and we're looking forward to our time together at Jerusalem Council too. And Todd, why don't you bring greetings to everyone as we get into our conversation? And I know that Todd, you have your lovely wife coming, amazing daughters coming, but you have your whole team coming, and additional men and women, and in this unique space in which you live. So Todd, bring some greetings for everyone.
Well, James, thank you so much. It was a privilege and an honor to be invited to participate in Jerusalem Council 2. I really believe it's going to be such a historic event. And I wanted to echo exactly what you said. I mean, when you walked into the room of our hospitality suite, it
Yeah,
just felt like the Lord just fell in the room. And I felt like we'd known each other for
that's right.
decades, whole
That's right.
lives.
That's right.
And I think the Lord does that. And when he does that, I think it's very special, and we should pay attention when that happens. So, as you told me about Jerusalem Council 2, I just got more and more excited about it, and I really saw what the significance of it could end up being, as we move towards the third millennium of the church. So, we're just excited about it.
Yeah, it's so important to be in step, isn't it, with the King of the universe. I've often thought about the mountain of transfiguration, and where Peter, James, and John were there, and of course the Lord was transfigured, and he literally laid down the natural and he picked up the supernatural. The word there, transfigured, metamorpho, is an
Mhm.
outward expression of amazing inward work. And Peter, James, and John got a foregleam of the future. They saw the way their resurrected body was going to be one day when the Lord did come back in his Father's glory. And we're living in a time when I believe the Lord is giving snapshots of the future where we can't see it all, but we see enough to know that the world is rapidly changing. And as we prepare to celebrate the 2000-year birthday of the church in 2030, at the same time, the sun is rising over the third millennium church. And Todd, you put together a position paper. It's going to be highlighted at Jerusalem Council 2, and regarding the future of media and the technology side of that. Now, you can't tip your hand and give it all, but give a little snippet here, Todd, because it's going to be a very poignant moment when we talk about the church and technology.
Yeah, I think as time has progressed and we see the massive acceleration in technology that we have experienced in the last, I mean, if you want to look at 100 years, fine. If you want to look at 200 years, fine. But it just has been an acceleration. And as I studied this through the years, and I've watched even in the industry that we're so deeply involved in, I started seeing some patterns emerge. I began to sort of track those patterns through the years, and this is really the first time that I'm being able to sort of express my feeling of now what I feel like is clear from these patterns. And I think that we're definitely headed towards some very interesting times, not only technologically, but from a storytelling standpoint, how
Yeah.
we tell stories and how that is going to change. Because as you've grown to bigger and bigger screens, more and more resolution, more and more reality, and now you've got video gaming interactive ability. You've got now interactive stories. Now you go then to virtual reality. Now you go to augmented reality. And now we have the most powerful technological capability that we've ever had in human history to tell stories. And it feels like, and it looks like to me, that we are moving towards something. And that's really what my paper is about.
That's right. And it's going to be a real zenith moment at Jerusalem Council too when we highlight it, Todd. We know that quantum computing is just right around the corner. They're just starting to tip it now, but it is coming extremely fast. And the speed by which we are going to operate is going to be what I call truth at the speed of light. And that's where we are. And it's going to be an exciting time when we're together talking about the church and technology. But also, Todd, you've been privileged to be a part of a lot of film projects, more than 400 of them, and you received a lot of prestigious awards for the work you've done and the writing and all that you brought into play. And at the same time, at Jerusalem Council 2, we're going to be able to premiere your latest cinematic work and as it relates to the miracle on the precipice and give us a little bit about that. Well, I'm really excited about it and I know everyone at Jerusalem Council will be as well.
Well, it's interesting because I think the Bible has great stories, and the Bible tells us great stories, but there's really two different kinds of stories. There's facts, and then there's truths. And there's a lot of facts in the Bible. Jesus went from this town to this town. And then there's a lot of truths in the Bible that are found within that fact. But what I love the most, James, is I love parables. I
Yeah.
love the use of parable to find those deeper truths, because Jesus was communicating to the public at the time, and he's basically saying he's trying to express this new dynamic, this new relationship that God is forming with man, this new incredible new thing, the new covenant that's coming. And he's beginning to try to communicate that to the masses. Many of these were Jewish people, so they knew the great fathers of the faith and these
Right.
types of people from the past, but he still used parables. So he used metaphor. He said, the kingdom of heaven is like. So it's a metaphor. Well, metaphor to me enables a story to go deeper. It goes past the facts into all different layers of truth. And that's why Jesus used it. So
Right.
I like to try to follow what Jesus taught us and
Sure.
tell stories of truth, of metaphor. So Miracle on the Precipice was a film that I really created to say thank you to God just for the life that he gave us. It was never intended to be quite as big as it's become already. And so it's essentially the story, it's inspired by Pilgrim's Progress, and it is a modern
Yeah,
allegory.
that's
And
right.
so the allegory, like a parable, is a metaphor. So we have the lead of the film, the character's name is Christian. So again, but he's not very Christian. He's not a
Right.
Christian at all.
No, no,
And we have the mother who is named Grace, and Grace has no grace.
no grace.
First name is Charity. She has no charity. The father's name is Truman, and he's trying to be a true man. The police officers are named Noble and Ernest, and we have different characters. They are in the Calvary Wilderness Park, and they go up the Shadow Valley Trail, just like in Pilgrim's Progress. So it's a modern allegory, about the walk with Christ, about a believer's
Amen.
life, and what that means, and the struggles that sometimes we all face, and how we deal with those struggles. And it ultimately resolves that Jesus Christ is the solution. He is the person to trust through every difficulty that we go through, and that putting our trust in Christ brings deliverance for us. And that's sort of what Miracle on the Precipice is about. But as
Yeah,
far as Nathan Gamble,
that's right.
and some people were will remember Nathan Gamble for the movie Dolphin Tale and Dolphin Tale 2,
That's
which were
right.
$100 million blockbusters around the world. So not just here in the United States, but in other, it starred Morgan Freeman as well. And Nathan was much younger at the time. Nathan's done about 60 movies, and he came to a point of crisis in his own life, and he gave his life to Christ recently in the last several years. And this is his first movie to come back since the time he gave his life to Christ. So we've got Nathan Gamble, we've got Jen Gotzon, who's done a ton of movies, wonderful faith-based movies. Her husband, Jim Chandler, is also in the film, as well as we're introducing Venice Wong, a brand new actress who is phenomenal. And then we've got Sean Patrick Flannery, who some people will recognize. He's done a ton of different things. He was in Nefarious a couple of years ago, but he was in all kinds of different movies through the years. And of course, we also have Kevin Sorbo making an appearance in the film as well.
Well, it's going to be an outstanding time when we air it on Wednesday night after our closing time there in the forum. And then we're going to have this incredible premiere showing. And we're going to see a short clip right now and of the film. And I think you're going to really appreciate what you're about to see.
This is gonna be great. You know, there's a trailhead right there near where our camp's gonna be called the Shadow Valley Trail. We're gonna have enough time to hike a good portion of it as long as we get there and set up camp real quick. Everybody in? Ready? Break!
I think I'm just gonna stay back.
You know what? That'll be great.
Did you bring your compass and light?
Whatever.
What happened? Dad! Dad!
My family hasn't come back yet. I feel something terrible's happened to them.
They sent a few out to look for the sister.
No, please don't.
Trust me.
Oh, Lord.
You could do anything.
Bring my family back to me.
There's always hope.
The time for being afraid is over.
I hope you've enjoyed the clip that you've just seen, but more than that, you need to be preparing your life for your miracle on the precipice. We're living on a precipice of time. This is a divine moment, and men and women are coming from around the world, and we are expecting miracles. We're expecting God to meet. We have people praying and fasting for our time together. We're going to have special prayer times chaired by Doug Small and Ronnie Floyd. We're going to have a pre-council prayer. We're expecting the Lord to meet us when we are together. And no matter what's going on in your world today, God sees you. You're not a wandering generality. You're a definite specific. And God truly has his eye on you. And Todd, some closing comments. And it's just been a joy to visit with you as we get ready for Jerusalem Council 2.
Well, I just want to again just express how honored we are to participate in this. And again, I know it's going to be a historic moment. If you can come to the film while you're there, then that's great. We're definitely trying to get the word out about it. We want it to go as far and wide as we can. We want to bless people with it. At the same time, I'm privileged, and I can't wait to be there to sit underneath sort of the teaching that's going on that entire week so that I can fully understand where the global leadership is moving in regards to the fulfilling of the Great Commission and the coming of the third millennium. And I know that after those days, I'm going to be more equipped to come and do my part, my part with my talent and my gifts to bring that to edify the body of Christ. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Thank you, Todd. And we look forward to seeing everyone in Athens, Greece. And maybe you've seen the latest reports. It's extremely hot. So make sure you dress super cool. We look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you, and God bless you.